This is wild. So, first I'm going to say I'm in my car, so if you hear any background noise, that's what that is. Okay, so after the video that I did about Crystalline Peterson hanging out with the Epps family, one of the comments under that video triggered this video. What happens when you sponsor someone from another country into the US? We're all aware of the 10-year rule for financial responsibility, but the details of that responsibility will blow your hair back, and that's what I want to talk about in this video. Hey, welcome or welcome back to my channel. My name is Debbie. I am the She in Sheality TV, and today, like I said in the intro, I want to talk about the implications of sponsoring someone from another country into the US, like some of the cast members of Seeking Sister Wife do, and all of the 90 Day Fiance cast likes to do. So, I did some poking around, and you guys, what I found is wild. Like, after reading all of this, I can't imagine why anyone would sponsor a complete stranger once they read what the law says about sponsoring someone from another country. So, all of those people on these shows that we love to watch willingly take on the financial responsibility of someone who won't be able to work for months when they arrive. And that they accept. They're okay with that. In my last video, I talked about how Crystalline Peterson was with the Snowdens, but I don't think they actually sponsored her because they said that she got on the last flight out of South Africa when the whole big worldwide shutdown happened, which means that she would have already have to have a visitor's visa, but because that would have been her second trip, she would have to have a multi-entry visa, right? But now it looks like she could be joining the Epps polygamous union. It looks like, because who are we kidding? She ain't joining that family, but I digress. So Eve and Mohammed, Danielle and Mohammed, Molly and Luis, Chantel and Pedro, Natalie and Mike, Larissa and Colt. I'm sure that I missed some, but you get the gist. So for starters, the sponsor signs what's called an affidavit of support, right? Which means that they sponsored the foreigner, so they're legally financially responsible for that person for 10 years. And we know this. But the requirements of that support are insane. Like the latitude of that, crazy. The affidavit of support is a legally enforceable contract guaranteeing immigration officials that the immigrant won't require what they call means-tested government assistance programs in the U.S. So that means that if the immigrant receives benefits from certain assistance programs like food stamps, Medicaid, state health, children's insurance, or social security insurance, or what they call TANF, temporary assistance for needy families, the financial sponsor must repay the U.S. government for the benefits received by the immigrant. So if that person, because they're broke or can't work or whatever, the immigrant can't work, doesn't have any money, and decides to go on government assistance, the person who sponsored them into the country has to pay the government that money back. And if they don't voluntarily pay it back, the government can sue them to get their money back. Oh my God. And it gets better. The sponsor's income it only has to be, are you ready for this? So a family of 4 who is sponsoring a mother and 2 children has to be at the poverty line plus 25% for a family of 7. Does that make sense? So here's where it gets good. Even if they get divorced, financial sponsorship doesn't end there. If your immigrant leaves you, you're still on the hook for that support. The immigrant can sue the sponsor for financial support. That's crazy. The sponsor isn't responsible for the immigrant's debts and bills like credit cards and all that other kind of stuff, but they are still responsible for making sure that their finances meet the U.S. poverty line. The U.S. government can sue the sponsor to recover whatever benefits they paid out to the immigrant. How crazy is that? And even if you as the sponsor file bankruptcy, that obligation still sticks. You can't get out of your financial obligation to an immigrant by filing bankruptcy. Here's the best part, even if the person that you sponsored into the U.S. leaves you and remarries, you're still on the hook for that money. I don't know why these people do this. It's crazy. Like, you're sponsoring this person when they apply for a green card and they change their status, you sign the affidavit of support. That hooks you for 10 years. You have to make sure that person has that money. I mean, the government's going to get it out of you one way or the other. If you don't give it to them, the person can apply for benefits, government benefits, whatever benefits that is. They might feel like they need, like, what is it now? Whatever, assistance for needy families, used to be called welfare. But if they apply for that, likely they will get it, and the government will come after you for it. How crazy is that? That is insane. I knew that you had to sign an affidavit of support in order to change that person's status, but I was not aware that the government is going to hold your feet to the fire to pay that money. Here's the best part. The immigrant, if you don't pay it, the immigrant can sue you for it. Now, I looked it up. I looked up on a law website, and I'll put it, obviously, I'm going to put it up on the screen. But how crazy is that? Why would anyone? I don't understand. I get it if you want to sponsor a family, and that's not to say that family won't screw you over, but I can see sponsoring a family member. I cannot see sponsoring a complete stranger. I don't care how much you think you love them. People change, and we've seen these people change. All of those people that I named above, mostly from 90 Day Fiance, all of those people that I named above, they all skipped on the people who sponsored them into the country, right? If they so felt like it, they could go after those people for the sponsorship money, for the financial sponsor money. How crazy is that? How crazy is that? Now, it also goes on to say that it's rare for an immigrant to sue a sponsor, right? And even more rare for a sponsor to actually be ordered to pay, but it does happen. How crazy is that? How crazy. I had to share that because, wow, dude, I hope none of you, I forbid it. You are not allowed to get online and quote, fall in love, unquote, with someone from another country and sponsor them into the U.S. because you are literally handcuffing yourself financially to that person for 10 years. Don't do it. I forbid it. I absolutely forbid it. Anyways, that's all I've got for this whole 90 Day Fiance and seeking sister wife immigration business. I was just like poking around, and I thought, when I found all this, I was just like, why would anyone do this? Good God, I gotta share this. Again, and as usual, thank you so much for watching and listening. I really do appreciate it, and I will see you next time.